magical humans, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be drawing Rihanna's Super Bowl outfit. I am actually not a football fan, as I'm assuming a lot of people that were watching just for Rihanna were not Super Bowl fans. So I actually only watched the Rihanna performance part on YouTube the next day. But when I saw her outfit and how iconic it looked, I knew I had to draw it. I've loved Rihanna ever since I was younger. I've always liked her music, but more than that, I really enjoy her being a businesswoman, especially with all the things that she's created in the world to create more representation. Ever since she created her makeup line that had all the different skin shade ranges, it was super inspiring to me, and I love that it kind of connects to my business with trying to create different representation paths within the artistic space. But yeah, I know some people were disappointed in the Rihanna performance because they said she wasn't dancing enough or she wasn't performing enough. But for one, she was pregnant, and two, I really liked the performance even though she wasn't twirling and bouncing around all throughout the stage. I really liked her performance. I liked the dynamic, really red contrasted against the white marshmallow characters that I did cosplay in order to show off this piece. I'll insert that here. But yeah, I liked her performance, and it was free to watch, so that's really nice as well. The outfit she was wearing for the Super Bowl is really great for a study because there's so many different wrinkles and shading, and it was a beautiful red color, so I knew I wanted to draw it on Procreate. I'm trying a new format for recording this time. This is a screen recording of my iPad, and unfortunately I didn't get to finish the whole screen recording because I honestly forgot. So the last little bit of it will be a time-lapse replay that Procreate automatically has imported into the system. Let me know if you prefer screen recordings like this, or if you prefer me to record it kind of like my last video where I'm filming kind of above my iPad, or I have a Wacom too, so I might record like that. And I will continue to try that style. Right now, this style is actually honestly easier for me to do, but I know that some people prefer kind of like that top-down style because they can see me kind of drawing in more real time, and they can see my hand and where it's placed and everything. So I honestly might switch between the two, but if there's a stark difference in viewership or comments, then I will stick to one or the other. As I said in my last video, I'm very flexible on my YouTube page right now. The next videos I'm trying to record are a brush video where I'm showing how to use certain brushes, and then another video I have planned is showing all the brushes and how they look. Kind of like, you know how in the makeup industry, I don't know if any of you are into makeup, but back a few years back, makeup artists on YouTube would launch collections of different eyeshadow palettes or lipsticks or whatever, and then they'd get ready, put on a camera, and then start painting their face basically in their makeup collection. So I would kind of set it up like that, but for my brushes. So I would set it up, show the different brushes, how they are used, how you could use them in a more slow format, because I know some of you prefer it to be slower. I'm so used to doing short form content very fast and quick because I know a lot of people have very short attention spans these days, as do I now, because TikTok and Reels has killed my attention span, and it's hard for me to watch longer format videos as it is to kind of edit them as well. But I think the video of me displaying all the brushes will be really informative. I could split it up into a couple parts because I have so many different brushes. As some of you know, I have brushes for Procreate, Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, Adobe Illustrator, and IBS Paint, and each one of those brushes are different and they act differently on different systems, so I might have to do like the full Procreate collection, or I might have to split that into parts because there's a lot of Procreate brushes. So Procreate brush collection, Clip Studio Paint brush collection, and then the others. Another video that I want to do is finance for artists. It won't go so into depth because I'm still learning how to do all the business side of things, but I think a lot of business tips that I know will be really helpful for a lot of you guys who want to make more of a living off of your art. I will say, just to preface, that selling just commissions or just your original work, it will be a lot tougher to make a living as an artist. So I kind of want to show the other ways that you can that haven't been talked about on YouTube yet, because I know a lot of people kind of repeat the same thing, but I kind of want to give more insight onto even more of what you could do as an artist to make a living. I'll also continue to do these speed paints. They will not be very consistent because I don't draw consistently, but while I'm motivated to draw and am kind of in a space in my life right now where I have the opportunity to draw what I want, I will try to get out as many videos as I am physically able to, mentally able to, without burning out, because it's very important, I know from experience, to take breaks, especially from anything creative, or else you will burn out. A little of my past is I used to be a professional photographer, and I was taking photos of commercial work. That just means like work for businesses. And I would shoot product photography, I would shoot work on models, I would photograph all different kinds of things, and I did it so much that I completely burnt out of my creative passion for photography. And photography, I will say, was my absolute passion. It was something that I imagined doing for the rest of my life, but I literally couldn't do it anymore because I did it every single day. And it was something that I lost passion for because I wasn't doing the photography that I wanted to do. I was doing the photography that just kind of put money on the table, put food on the table, money on the table. It's same thing. So yes, if you're in a creative rut right now, an art block or whatever, take a break. I'm not saying step away from it forever like I did with photography. I still might get back to photography, but take a break. Rest your eyes, rest your hand, unless you have like a super big project or deadline you need to do. Please take time for yourself so that you don't burn out completely. Anyways, on to the drawing again. I kind of treat some rendering like makeup. If you've ever done your own makeup, then you start with a foundation layer and then you add bronzer and then you add your highlighter and blush. So that's kind of how I like to approach drawing portraits that have a little bit more depth to them. So as this video wraps up, I want to know, do you enjoy the voiceover? This time I kind of tried to talk the whole time. I didn't really have a clear topic, but for future videos I could do a set topic, or I could just leave it ASMR or just with music over it. For me personally, I kind of enjoy when the artist talks a little bit. Sometimes I enjoy when there's just music playing in the background so I can kind of draw along with the person. It just depends. So like the screen recording or recording top down, I kind of might just switch back and forth depending on how viewership is and kind of what I see you guys liking. Finishing up the piece, I'm just adding my final highlights, final touches, and kind of sparkle, Gaussian blur it out in the background. And I always like to liquefy the piece a little bit by merging up some layers if I see anything that wasn't good. Now here's close-ups of the final piece and the zoomed out version. Thank you for watching. Till next time.